Sri Gurubhyo Nama. Morning viewers. We are going to see about the upcoming 2024 New Year prediction. I wish you all a happy 2024 ahead. May this year bring a lot of joy and happiness and success in your life. We'll be seeing the predictions for each and every zodiacs as a separate video. If you are new to my channel, keep this channel subscribed so that you will get my updates instantly. It may be an easy task for you, but it can give a lot of motivation to release such videos for us. 2024 can see Saturn takes a lead in this year. As you can see in 2024, the summation gives you 8 and the value 8 represents Saturn. So this year Saturn will rule over all the places. So it takes the highest power in this year. Also you can see Saturn is a ruler at Aquarius this year. Takes the Mool Trikona Sthan there. Whenever Saturn is negative, that is if it is not getting associated with Jupiter or Venus or a rising moon or a Mercury, Saturn will be very strong in doing negative impacts. Especially we can see a lot of problems in terms of international affairs. There will be a slowdown in economy because Saturn is strong at the 11th house. Some country may face serious economic crisis. They get surrender to other countries. There will be conflicts between the borders of different countries. There will be a lot of accidents, especially fire accidents, earthquakes, and there will be severe storm and rain this year. You can see this impact across all the places, right from south to north, east to west. So Saturn is very strong on the negative side. It will give huge impact. At the same time, when Saturn is very positive, there could be a lot of positive events too. Some of the new spiritual leaders will emerge. As you can see, on the beginning of this year, it starts on the star of Magha, as Magha is the star of Ketu, and on the day 1st of January 2024, when you see the morning time, when the sign rises, it is in the Virgo ascendant. You could see the Rahu is very strong at the Pisces and Ketu at Virgo, and you have Jupiter at Aries, Saturn very strong at the 11th house Aquarius. So you have Moon at Leo, as you can see it's a star of Magha, and there is a conjunction of planets at Sagittarius as well as Scorpio. At Scorpio you can see there is a conjunction of Venus with Mercury, and in Sagittarius you can see there is a conjunction of planet Mars with Sun. So you could see the beginning of the year itself there is a lot of problems across different places. There will be storm, wind and rainfall across places. Same way you can see at the end of the year on 31st of December 2024 at the midnight, it is again Virgo ascendant. We will be seeing that Purva Ashada star, the star of Venus, and Venus is associated with Saturn, and during that time Saturn will be positive because you have the positive planet Venus getting associated with Saturn. So at the end of the year it looks good, and you have Rahu very strong at Pisces and Ketu at Virgo. Jupiter had taken transit from Aries to Taurus, and you have Mars at Cancer. Again you can see a conjunction of planets, that is Sun and Moon at Sagittarius, and you have Mercury at the Scorpio. So during that day it is a Amavasya day, it's a new moon day where there is a conjunction of Sun and Moon at Sagittarius. So this is a planetary position on the end of the year. So considering all these planets and especially the major impact from Saturn, Rahu, Ketu and Jupiter, because in this year you will see only one transit, that is Jupiter, which is moving from Aries to Taurus during the month of April. Other than that, no major transit takes place in this year except the planets like Moon, Mars, Venus, Mercury, which is very frequent. The impact will be much less. So considering the major planetary positions like Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu and Ketu, we will be seeing a separate video for each zodiac, right from Aries to Pisces. Taurus, the second zodiac sign. For Taurus, the year 2024, Rahu at 11th house seems to be favorable for them. It could be more profitable in case of investments in foreign shares. Those who are trading with international currencies like cryptocurrencies or any other currencies or any share trading in international market, there could be good returns during this year. As Saturn is very strong at the 10th house, those who are jobless for long, there could be a good chance of getting a job opportunities in this year. Even for those who are working in a company, they get benefited out of their jobs. Some may get promotions, increments, incentives and all. It's a good time for some of them to get a transfer to a foreign country for better prospects. So it looks favorable for them. Same way, the 9th house is also really good, and Saturn gives the Dharma Karmadi Yoga to the Taurus. So some may join hands with the father or the brothers and do the family business. Some may think of skipping the job and start their own business, and they could able to do well in the year 2024. So starting up of new companies, new business in this zodiac could be a good venture in this particular year. Initially Jupiter is at the 12th house till April, there are chances of spending money for positive expenses like marriages, construction of houses, buying land, buying assets and all. After April, when Jupiter moves to the Taurus itself, and from that time onwards, all health related issues will come to an end. They'll get good support through doctors and medicines. For Taurus, the Ketu at the 5th house initially is not do well, because as 5th house indicates the support from the children, they may not get good support from the children. The children may not study well during this time. There could be some problems and health issues initially. The moment Jupiter transit takes place in the month of April, Jupiter from the 1st house will start aspecting the Ketu at the 5th house. So all health related issues will come to an end. There will be good support from the children, will study well during this time. Some may even travel to foreign countries for better studies. They will be supportive to the parents. They will listen to the parents. Those who are looking for a childbirth, it's a good time for them to get a good result. Similarly, those who are not married, there are good chances of getting a married life after April. So those who are youngsters in this zodiac, not married yet, time is good after April, because Jupiter from the 1st house will start aspecting the 7th house. But here the problem is Saturn will also start aspecting that. So it will not be so easy to get a married life, or even some of the alliance, there will be some issues and breakups. So they may struggle a lot to get a solution. Even with friends, there will be some problems initially. Later on, they'll understand their approach and they'll be more friendly with them. So there'll be good and bad times. It's a mixture of both. Jupiter aspecting in the 9th house indicates unexpected luck. There are chances of getting inflow of money through lotteries or through social media and gambling. So time looks favorable. There will be good support from the father and father side family. But this year, the 6th house is not so good. So if they lend any money to others, there will be some problem. There may be challenges with the enemies as well as business competitors. Those who are doing business, they will face some competitions, tough competitions during this time. There will be challenges from the competitors. If we talk about the business, those who are in the construction field, they will get some good returns in this particular time. Those who are in the film industry, they too get some good returns on their investments. Even some of the doctors, medical practitioners, traditional doctors like Siddha and Ayurvedic doctors will also find good number of clients during this time. Some of the astrologers, Vastu Shastra experts, numerologists, they too find good amount of people, good amount of customers during this 2024. But the problem here is after April, as Saturn aspects the 4th house directly, so there will be an impact on the studies of the children up to 10th and 12th standards. They may be lazy, they may not show interest in their studies. There will be some health issues in the mother and mother side family. They need to take care of the mother during this time. 4th house also indicates your fixed assets. There may be some frequent problems in the house they stay or the properties they possess. There will be some frequent damages and issues during this time. So they need to be careful in all these areas. Taurus, so considering these facts for Taurus, the year 2024 looks favorable to an extent. We are seeing the power of the planetary positions for Taurus in the year 2024. You can see Rahu placed at the 11th house is really favorable. Same way, even Saturn, as it gives the Dharma Karma the Yoga, it gives a positivity at the 10th house. Even you can see the 9th house is positive as Jupiter aspects the 9th house from the time period of April till the end. So most of the time period, these houses seems to be favorable for Taurus. But you can see in the 12th house, when Jupiter is there until April, it looks positive, but at the same time when Jupiter moves away from Aries to Taurus, Saturn will aspect the Aries and it will be more negative also. It will have mixed effect. Same way, Jupiter at the 1st house may not be so positive in compared to other houses. So those who are in this zodiac working in a company, they may get a transfer to different places. There may be some situation where they need to move away from the family. So even the 1st house is partially good and partially bad. You can see also the Ketu at the 5th house is also partially good and bad, because the first 4 months, as Ketu is alone, it will do some negative impacts also at the 5th house. But the moment Jupiter moves to the 1st house, it will control the Ketu by aspecting it. The 6th house is not so encouraging. Same way, you can say the 7th house is being partially good and bad, because both Jupiter and Saturn aspects the 7th house. 8th house, even though it is Jupiter's house, the period is not so good for them, so it's partially good and bad. But for Taurus, the 2nd and 3rd house seems to be good. The year 2024, whatever the efforts they put in, they can able to get good results. Even the family life will be smooth and they will not face any major issues. See, considering all the planetary positions for Taurus, the year 2024 could fetch them up to 85% positivity. For Taurus, the stars Kritika Pada 2, 3 and 4, Rohini and Mrigashirisha Pada 1 and 2 constitute the zodiac Taurus. In that For the star of Sun, Ritika, there could be a positivity up to 85% during the year 2024. For star of Moon, that is Rohini, it happens to be the third house lord, there could be a positivity up to 80%. And for the star of Mars, Mrigasirisha 1 and 2 Padas, we can expect up to 85% because it comes as a 7th house lord, and the marriage proposals is possible only through Mrigasirisha stars, much better and compared to other stars in this zodiac.